Hey, this is Man-Made Mead. We're going to jump right into this video. Today I am taking the bread yeast versus wine yeast, Joe's Ancient Orange Mead that I made about almost a year ago now, and we're going to actually bottle it and take care of it. So I have right here in my hands, this is in my left, I'm doing a quick taste test before I bottle. This is the wine yeast version, and then this right here is the bread yeast version. Now, I have a feeling, and I think I have decided I want to keep them as they are. I don't want to back sweeten, do anything with them, but that's also kind of why we're doing the taste test, to see what they're like. So here's the wine yeast. Whoa, yeah, there's a lot of spice. That orange is really aging well. That's interesting. Let's compare it to the bread. Ooh, the bread yeast is better. You get that orange. It's less. This has a little more bitterness to it. I don't know if it's the wine yeast and the orange, if they just had trouble, but it's got a little more bitter, more bite to it. They're about the same alcohol ABV. It's just smoother. You get a nicer rounded spice taste to it, which is good. Yeah, I'm pleased with this as it is. I don't really want to try and back sweeten or do anything with it, which is great because now I have a pretty easy mead. The only thing that was difficult with this was, of course, waiting almost a year before I did anything with it. To bottle it, we're gonna do this. I have some stuff behind me. I've got all my bottles already ready to go. So you see here, this is my bucket of Star San water that I use to, sanitize everything. I've got a mixture of wine bottles and beer bottles. I'm gonna use more wine bottles with this because it kind of helps with storage space a little bit. Also, if I plan on opening one of these, I'll probably plan on drinking a large amount of it because it is pretty good. I have both of them here. This right here is the wine yeast, and this right here is the bread yeast. I will be bottling both and then going through the process of corking and all that. So I think most people have seen the process. What I'm gonna do, I'll just explain it real fast, is take my auto siphon. You, of course, siphon with a bottling wand on the end. You siphon it all the way into each bottle, and then we cork it. I don't have my labels figured out yet. I need to do that at some point. That's kind of next on my list of things to do. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the wine yeast first. It's a really easy process. All the sediment in this one's at the bottom, so I don't really have to worry about it. I put it up here because it helps the whole process of, or gravity I should say, helps gravity flow and keep it going. The first bottle is always the hardest, just because you have to do a bunch of stuff. There we go. So now, I can set that there, and I'm basically just gonna fill each bottle. I don't know how many bottles I'll get in total, we'll find out, but I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna go ahead and bottle this one, wine yeast and bread yeast, and then we'll talk. Okay, so I finished bottling each one. I've got a few wine bottles that I need to cork, and I've got a few just beer bottles. So I'll show you the beer bottle and the wine bottle. Beer bottles, you cap it, put a cap on there, at least for my capper. Press down, unless you do it wrong like I just did. Come on, there we go. And then you have a capped bottle. Pretty simple, nothing too crazy about that. And then the corks are a similar thing, but you put your bottle into that, and you basically just push down all that and it corks it. So I'll cork these and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I finished bottling them and I ended up with a decent yield considering I put some bottles over here. Considering I have 3 wine bottles of each one, that's a lot. Each wine bottle is about 2 beer bottles worth. So I've also gone ahead and I put my temporary labels on just for now until I get my true labels, and then I put a shrink wrap. Basically, I just put the shrink wrap on top and then I dip it in boiling water and it shrinks around. So I've got a fair amount of this. I still like to use beer bottles even though they don't last as long as far as aging is concerned. But the wine bottles will last, for quite a while, hopefully at least, and I can store them a little easier for right now. But I've really enjoyed getting to make this. This has been probably, one a very highly requested mead for me to make, and of course a year ago it was highly requested. I have a bunch more that I want to make, and I could have let this one age for longer, but I decided that because I have so many other projects, and frankly I'm running out of my 1 gallons, that it's time to go ahead and expedite the process and bottle up some things. So I will probably not in this video get to show my labeling, because I've got to go and make the labels and do all that stuff, so I probably won't get to do that before I post this. However, I am excited to have finished it, and I will put my real labels on. If you know any of my seen any of my stuff before, I've got true labels that I put on all of my meads, so I enjoy getting to do that. And maybe I'll get to do a little review of this in the future once it ages some more. So I hope you'll come back for another video. This is a very long coming video, I should say, and I have plenty more. I love getting to talk to you guys about this stuff, about mead making. I love getting your ideas, so leave your comments down below. Also, leave a like if you like the video, of course, and subscribe if you want to see some more, because I like getting to share this stuff. I've got a bunch of links down below. Facebook, I've got a Patreon, I've got an Instagram, I've got a Society 6, a merchandise store, and a website, a bunch of things. But big thing is, if you have any questions, or if you just want to be more active in the mead community, get out there and start making mead and start asking those questions here or anywhere else you can. Regardless, it's so fun to get to do this. I hope you'll share it with your friends, share your mead experiences with your friends, and just have a great time doing it. So with that, thank you for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and cheers.